everyone, welcome back to the channel. So recently I was contacted by the company Fuumuui, and this company has a website which I'll link in the description down below, and they asked if I would like to review a set of their paintbrushes. So they directed me to the website and told me to choose some paintbrushes. So I did choose some, and the ones that I sent them to choose look like this. So you can see there that it's come in slightly different packaging, and it did confuse me almost, because when they came through the post I was like, is this from that company? Is this from Fuumuui? Because I wasn't quite sure, because none of the branding is on this packaging. And again, when we open it up inside, it's a beautiful little box to keep them in, but when we open it up inside, the brushes don't have the brand name on either. Where they do on the website, they say Fuumuui on the individual brushes on the website, and these don't. So I was a bit confused, and I was like, I hope these are from Fuumuui, because if I'm reviewing them and putting a video up, I definitely hope they are. I wasn't expecting any brushes from anybody else, so I'm guessing that these are the exact same brushes, they're just in different packaging. So bear that in mind if you want to purchase these after seeing this review. They might come in different packaging, but they are the same set, I'm assuming, because they look like it. It's a set of 6. Your smallest size brush is a 2 and your largest is a 12. This particular set is all round brushes, and I've picked these specifically because that's all I use in my paintings. So I do work with gouache, so I will show you some swatching using these brushes in a second, and then I will speed up a sort of painting that I'm going to do. So I'll show you me painting with them, but it's a nice little box if you want to keep them in. If you don't want to keep your brushes in there, you can keep other things in there. It is a nice little handy little box, but we will just move that out the way for now. So these are your brushes, and they come individually wrapped, so they're all in their own sleeves to protect them. Obviously when you pull them out, they've all got this on as well to further protect the brush. These are squirrel brushes. They hold a lot of water. I'm going to test that out in a moment, but you do need to remove these caps. That's obvious, isn't it? You don't need me to tell you that. But these is what they look like. Now with new brushes, if you're new to painting, you might not know there will be a coating on the actual brush. You need to soak them, well, not even soak them, just rinse them through with some clean cold water or warm water, and just get that all softened up to start with. So I'm just going to do that one by one and stick them in the jar of water that I've got to the side of me. So that's a nice big number 8 brush. I do tend to do small scale painting, so I do tend to sway more towards the smaller sized brushes, but they look really nice. They look really nice, but proof is in the pudding when I start using them. And I do give honest reviews. I know sometimes companies like you to do the positive reviews, but I do make it clear to everyone that I am honest. So let's get these all in there. And I'll get my piece of watercolour paper out here. I do like to use this paper, and I've also been painting on the Pantone postcards, but you need to put a clear gesso on those first. So we'll just do our swatching on this today. So these brushes can be used with watercolour, gouache, acrylic, ink. Let me find my smallest brush to start with. So we're going to go in with the number 2, and I am just going to, I've got some gouache on the side here now. Obviously when you're working with gouache, you can use it in its form as it comes straight out the tube, so like this, or you can add water to it and water it down. So I'm just going to do a bit of both for you so that you can see the strokes that the brush is making. So I've just made a hell of a mess with that red there then. But yeah, and then so I can sort of see the difference to the brushes that I normally use as well. Let's bring it in a bit. So obviously I've not got much water on my gouache, because this is how I like to use it. I like to use my gouache in this consistency. So I like to see what the brush lays down the paint like this, and how detailed we can get. Let me just wash off that brush a little bit, and then we'll see how it works with adding more water. So I'm going to add more and make it a looser consistency, and just have a look at that. So I've added more water now. It's a bit looser. So it is getting a nice it is getting a really nice stroke there actually. So that's your number 2. Then I'm going to move on to number 4 brush. So they are holding lots of water as well. When I'm adding more water to it, they are holding the water really nicely. I've just added even more water to this one, so let's have a look. See that? They're holding the water really nice. Really, really nice actually. So if you work with watercolour and you add more water to your paints, just know that these will hold up. These will hold up. Where's my number 6? Let's go for a number 6 next. They feel like they're really keeping a nice shape and point as well. Like sometimes you can get cheap paintbrushes off Amazon and you can see that they start to fray off at the ends almost as soon as you start using them. But these appear to keep that nice point to them. So let me write on here. So that was 2, 4, 6. No, it wasn't. That was 2 as well. That was 2. That was 4. That was 6. I forgot I did 2 strokes, one with more water, didn't I? Pay attention, Kirsty. Pay attention. So this is number 8. Gonna add even more water to this one, I think, and see how much water these thicker paintbrushes can hold. So this is quite a big one actually, this number 8. I love that. Love the way it's, how much it's holding. You can just tell. You can really tell the difference. If you can hear an emergency vehicle going past, I live in a very busy main road and I cannot get a video in without an emergency vehicle going past. So I do apologise. Take your earphones out now for a minute if you don't want to be deafened. There's your warning, guys. There's your warning. So next up, we're going to use the size 10. So getting even bigger now. Like I said, if I was doing a painting, I would probably use sort of the brushes 2 and 4. That's my sort of go-to for the kind of paintings that I do. But if you like to do big, you know, use watercolour and do big washes, then these size 10 and 12 are really nice to do your washes with. Or even if you're doing some sort of like ocean painting, look at that, absolutely beautiful. So that's your size 10. Gorgeous. Let's pop that on there so you can see. You have to excuse my bad mess here that I've made now. And last but not least, let's see what number 12 brush can do, and we'll have to move you up a little bit. And I've used red specifically to swatch out these colours, so I've still got some left on my palette because very shortly I'm going to speed up a painting that I'm going to do, and it's going to be strawberries. So we're going to be using this colour. No waste here. Look at that, gorgeous, gorgeous. So that was number 12. Number 12. There we go. So like I say, I work with gouache, so I don't actually use as much water with my gouache as a sort of watercolour artist may use, but I can tell when I've been dipping my brushes in the water, I can tell how much water these are holding, and they are holding the point as well very, very nicely. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start on my painting. So the painting that I've started is this one, and I've already sketched it out. So this is a sort of tower of strawberries with a big chocolate splotched on top, and this is the chocolate splashing down, and then we've got the leaves. So I'm going to paint this with these brushes and see what I think at the end, and see if I like them as much or less than the brushes that I normally use. I will just tell you for reference so I can compare them at the end. The brushes that I normally use are the Princeton Neptune brushes and the popular silver black velvet brushes. Now this is one of the sizes that I normally use for. Like I say, I go for the smaller brushes. So I'm going to speed me painting this up, and I will come back at the end to give the verdict, so please stay tuned. So it's an hour later for me, because this did take me an hour to complete. I thoroughly enjoyed working with these brushes. They are, to be honest, there's not much difference between these and the more expensive Silver Black Velvet. I don't think. Obviously, time will tell with using these brushes. Sometimes some of the cheaper brands don't hold up for as long as the more expensive brands, but it just depends. So like I say, I'll probably do a follow-up video on here at some point, just to let you know in sort of 1 month's time, 2 months time, if they've kept the point, if there's been no shedding and all them sorts of things. But obviously, because I've only had them for a week, so far so good, no problems whatsoever. But I will do a follow-up video just to let you know how they hold up over several months. But yeah, I'm really impressed with them actually. Like I said, the only difference from the website was that it doesn't have the brand on the brushes and the brand on the box. So just do be prepared if you order those brushes that they might come in different packaging. But yeah, very impressed with these brushes. Thoroughly enjoyed them. Didn't come up with any obstacles or any sort of shedding. None of the little hair fibres came off while I was painting or anything like that. So yeah, let's take the tape off this one and I'll put my little signature on it. It's been a long time since I've done a painting as well. I think I've sort of had a month away from painting, so this was my first painting back for a month. So yeah, strawberries. Let's put my little initials. I say initials, I'll put my full name on there and the date like I normally do. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed watching me create this. I hope you enjoyed the review of the brushes. Like I said, really nice. I only work with gouache and I work with round brushes, so this set was perfect for me. 6 round brushes from size 2 to 12, squirrel hair, and obviously this lovely little box. If you want to pop them back in and store them inside there, it's totally up to you, or you can use this box for something else, some of your other supplies. Do let me know if you've got these brushes yourself, or if you're thinking about purchasing them because you're looking for a more budget friendly set of brushes to purchase. Please hit that thumbs up on this video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below, and of course check out this website. It is fuumuui.com. Bye bye.